So we'll go ahead and get started today. Thank you everybody for joining today's Agent Advantage webinar. We really appreciate everybody that is on the call today with us. Today we are here with our marketing team who will introduce each of ourselves as we get to our sections. But we are going to talk about email marketing and how you guys can use that to reach new customers. So I am Jackie Stafford. I am our Director of Internal Marketing here. And I'm going to start us out with some of the benefits of email marketing. So, email marketing is a really great tool for a number of reasons. It's a great way to build relationships with your customers. It's also a great way to increase engagement and loyalty with those same customers. So, you can use email marketing to drive sales, to develop new leads, and you can use it to share valuable information with your customers. Sharing that sort of content can help you build trust with those same customers. So, email marketing can be a really easy and low cost way to communicate with both your existing and future clients. However, there are some rules about what you can send and who you can send it to. So, let's start out by talking about the different kinds of email. The first kind of email is going to be one-on-one emails. So these are emails sent directly to a client that you're already in contact with. This is probably what you think about when you think about email. So there really aren't a lot of restrictions on this. It's a great way to communicate, but obviously that kind of one-on-one sending is rather time consuming. So next is email marketing, which is what we're going to be focused on today. Email marketing is automated or bulk emails sent through a third-party provider. You can use this as a way to contact large groups of people at the same time. It's also a great way to save time because of that. But your email recipients must have opted in to receiving your emails. And also you have to give those recipients a way to unsubscribe or opt out of your emails. There is a third type of email called cold emails. These are emails sent to someone that has not agreed to receive emails and has not dealt with you in the past. So these are often used for outreach. It is very low cost. However, you don't generally get very high returns from it. These emails are a lot of times caught by spam filters or blocked by a provider like Gmail or Outlook. Also, there are some rules that we'll go over later that can affect what you send that way as well. So just make sure that if you are doing that kind of cold email, you're proceeding with caution and reaching out to people that have given you some sort of permission to contact them. So let's talk a bit about the benefits of marketing emails. So it is a great way to contact a large number of customers at once. You can personalize each email with data like the customer's name and information, which makes it feel really personal and builds a connection to them. It is a great way to develop a pretty and professional communication piece for your customer and build some trust that way. And then with email marketing, there are typically built-in features that providers will give you, like email footers and unsubscribe links that will help you, comply with the regulations that we're going to talk about here in just a second. There are some barriers that you'll run into when dealing with email marketing. So the first is the Spam Act. It's a federal legislation that controls what you can send and who you can send it to. So obviously complying with that is very important. You are also up against spam filters. I'm sure everyone's had something land in their junk folder before. So you want to try to avoid spammy words and things like that so that your emails don't end up in their spam. Email providers are also kind of a barrier for email marketing. Those providers are looking to protect their customers, so they can do a number of things. So they can block your messages, they can block your email address, or even block anyone sending emails from your domain. So you want to make sure that you're not looking suspicious to those email providers and that you're actually going to end up in people's email inboxes. Once you've actually landed in their email inbox, there are a couple other things you want to watch for. So one is open rate. That just means that people are clicking and opening your email, actually getting some use out of it. So watching the rates that people do that can give you some good feedback, and make sure that you're accomplishing your goals. And the last thing is looking at in addition to open rates, click-through rates. So not only are they opening your email, but are they clicking the links? Are they responding to your messages? You are looking to get some action from your customers when you send these messages. So are they actually following through and accomplishing those goals? There are a number of email marketing providers that you can work with to help develop these kinds of emails. So MailChimp, Constant Contact, and HubSpot are really big players, but there are a ton of providers out there. So it's really just a matter of finding one that works best for you. Um, there's nothing specific we'd recommend, just find something that has the features you need. And then another great thing that you can do with email marketing is something called an email journey. So this is an email or a series of emails that automatically are sent to your client. So it's something that you create once, and then it's kind of infinitely repeatable. So it's triggered by, automatically by something that either you or your customer do. So that's something like signing up for an email list, downloading a free resource, commenting on an online obituary, registering for an event, just something that triggers this process to start. You're going to want to make sure that the forms that you're using to start that trigger do include an email opt-in confirmation so that you have permission to kind of send people these marketing emails. Let's take a look at a couple of email journeys that you might be interested in. So say a customer registers for an event on your website. You could then send them a reminder about that event. Maybe after a few days, you send a follow-up email after the event. And then, after that, an additional email a few weeks later with just some kind of additional information to see if you can push that client into a decision or whatever action you're looking for. And then here's a second option. Say a customer downloads a free resource from your website. You can send them an email with that resource, maybe follow up a week later with some additional links to other things. And then after that, you might email them again with a link to contact you and set up an appointment. So this way you can kind of nurture those leads along. And email journeys are a really great way to do that automatically without having to, manually reach out to that person over and over again. And most of those email programs that we talked about just a second, MailChimp, Constant Contact, they'll give you a process to kind of set those emails up so that they can be triggered by these actions. Again, number one rule of email marketing is make sure your email list has agreed to receive email from you. It's going to help you avoid a lot of problems. So some sort of confirmation on your sign up form, kind of like what we see here. Like, yes, I agree to receive information via email. That just makes sure that you're covering yourself legally and running into fewer issues with your clients because obviously you want a good relationship there as well. So now that we've talked about some of those benefits, Maddie is going to walk you through some of the purpose and content of sending those emails.
Awesome. Hi, guys. So next we're going to start discussing the purpose of email marketing, different types of content you can use within those emails, and finding the why behind your messaging. So from a life insurance agent's perspective, email marketing isn't about flashy promotions or high pressure sales. It's about building trust, providing clarity, and staying connected with the people you serve. It's a blend of education, reassurance, and gentle guidance that helps clients make informed decisions to protect what matters most. There are several key reasons email marketing is valuable for a life insurance agent like yourself. It helps build or strengthen relationships while establishing trust, educates clients and prospects about coverage options, highlights the unique services and expertise that you provide, and keeps you top of mind when life changes or insurance needs arise. And just like social media, there are tons of different types of content that you can send out in these marketing emails. Emails that contain educational articles or guidelines, something like 3 reasons why life insurance is more affordable than you think, event invites to webinars or workshops that you're hosting. Success stories and testimonials are a really big push to grab the reader's attention, but to also build on that trust, giving a potential client the knowledge that someone else has trusted you as an agent, they were taken care of, and felt good about the services that you provided, gives others that same feeling of trust. And of course, a seasonal tie-in is always a good one, like back to school or holidays like Christmas or New Year's. So now that we know the importance of email marketing and the types of content, we can move on to what I think is one of the most important things about email marketing, which is finding the why within your message. When you clarify the why behind life insurance-based email marketing, you're essentially asking, why are we sending this email and what practical or emotional needs does it meet for our audience? So that perspective, that why should be rooted in guidance, trust, and protection, just not informational delivery. The why behind your message should provide guidance now versus later. Many people don't think about life insurance until a major life event happens. This email gives you the chance to reach out to them during a calm moment and not during the height of a major life event. This can give clarity and opportunity for your professional guidance. While these decisions can be overwhelming, this is your chance to reassure them that they are not alone, and making these decisions now will give them peace of mind later. Life is ever changing and coverage may need to be changed with it. Offering check-ins, tips, and reminders for long-term clients helps strengthen that trust and shows that you are still there to help in any way that you can. By creating community events or even co-hosting them, you are showing that you value the community you serve. You want to grow that connection with others and continue to help where you can. And of course, we are always trying to stay top of mind, and this is your push to be that gentle reminder that you, as an agent, are there for any questions and for support. So once you've established the type of content and story you want to send with your audience, and you found the why within your messaging, you can start writing drafts for your emails. When you're coming up with the copy for these emails, start with the why in mind. Why are you sending this? What do I want the reader to feel or do? You want to state the why in your opening lines of this email. It shows your intention to the reader. You want it to read as genuine, giving them the opportunity to feel pulled to read through the entire email. And it should also feel like you're having a one-on-one conversation with your reader. So take out the jargon and make your voice feel real and understanding. No need to bog them down with heavy information. Give them clear points and short paragraphs, making it easy to read, something they can skim and still get the basic information. And include a call to action or a CTA within your emails. Examples of this could be learn more or join us. Don't don't bog down your email with information that isn't valuable to them. Your audience will read your email because they can glean something from it. Clarity is extremely important in these marketing emails. You can use real stories when possible. This gives your reader something to relate to. And always make sure that your wording is accurate. Double check the event titles, times, dates, locations. Make sure that these are all correct and easy to understand. And I'm going to finish up here with an email example. So this is an example of an email about affordability of life insurance. So you can see our clear why statement, which is life insurance is often more affordable than people expect. So in this educational email, you want to share a short, quick, and memorable facts about the affordability of life insurance policy, which is shown by the bullet points. Something that will leave them with the knowledge that they can afford and access this to better help their family in the future, and enforcing your why once again. And as we close the email, you have your CTA or your call to action telling them to reach out and get a free quote today. And I believe Camille is going to take over.
Hi, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about now that Jackie and Maddie spoke before, now I'm going to talk about where to get those emails. And there are four main sources where we can get those emails when it's all leads, event, existing customers, and social media. So now I'm going to break down these ones one by one and starting with all leads. All leads are prospects who had already show interested in your service but never completed a purchase. They might have attended to an event, fill out a form, or engage with your content in the past. The good news is that they already know who you are, so reconnecting with them, it is easier. And remember, their circumstances have might change since last time you spoke with them. So this will make them probably more open to start a conversation now. Another important one is events. Events are a gold mine for collecting emails. Have a clear sign-up method whether it's a paper form, a tablet, or a QR code on your table. Offer value for sign up, like a free funeral planning checklist or a gift card giveaway. But first, you have to connect with them. Ask them about their families, about their plans, before you ask for their information. So before you ask for that email contact. And if you are speaking at an event, invite them to attend to a sign up to receive more details, quotes, or planning guides, or another event, anything that you are doing. So always follow up with them 24 to 28 hours while the connection is still fresh. And existing customers, your current customers are one of the most valued sources of emails. Start by reviewing your existing files and updating any missing information during service calls or follow-ups. You can say, can I send you a digital copy of your plan for an easy access? And at appointments, make sure you have the correct email. And lastly, social media. This is a great way to grow your list quickly. Post value offers like download a free funeral planning checklist or get your personal coverage quote. And you can use building lead forms from Facebook and Instagram. Both make it easy for people to sign up without leaving the app. So you can promote webinars or events that you are doing and require them to for an email registration to join. You can do giveaways like enter to win a $50 gift card to sign up with your email. So remember, email marketing is about relationship, not just sales. So collect those emails wherever you can, from all leads, event, through an existing customers and social media. But always offer them something in exchange for their email. And then follow up through sending them helpful and important content. When you do this consistently, you will see more trust, more engagement, and potentially more business.
Oh, hello, everyone. My name is Shawnee, and today we are going to talk about the rules and regulations in email marketing. So, the first thing you need to know is about the Can-Spam Act. It's been around since 2003, and it lays out the legal rules for commercial emails. Even if you're just starting to collect emails or send newsletters, you've got to play by these rules. Here are the main things to remember. Number one, don't use misleading information. Your from, name, email, and reply to must clearly show it's coming from you or your agency. Number two, no tricky subject lines. Be honest about your message. And no clickbait, it can get you in trouble. Third, if it's a marketing email, say so. Unless someone has opted in, you have to clearly identify it as an ad. And fourth, you need to include your real business address. That can be your office address, a P.O. box, or even a private mailbox. The fifth, always give people a way to opt out. Make that unsubscribe button or link easy to find. The sixth thing, honor those opt-out requests within 10 business days. It must be done and don't make it hard for them. And finally, even if you're using a third-party marketing service, you're still legally responsible for following these rules. So the bottom line is email marketing can be powerful, but let's keep it compliant, play it safe, and stay professional. And here is what an opt-out or opt-in looks like for email marketing.
Just a reminder that that's really important. Make sure you're asking that if you're having people register. So next, we will give you guys just a couple minutes to let us know any questions that you've got. You can drop those in the chat. Actually, let me make sure. Okay, we've got it switched on so that everybody can participate in the chat now. So if you've got questions for us, go ahead and add them there, and we're happy to answer those as best we can. Hey, Robert. Yes, this is SNL. It's our marketing department that puts these on for you guys. And we will, while we're giving you guys time to ask other questions in the chat there, I will go ahead and plug our previous marketing webinars that we've done. So those are available. We link to past ones, both in the follow-up email that we're going to send you guys after this and on your agent training pages. So you can go back and kind of review past ones. We've done things on, getting reviews, getting testimonials, reaching out to people on social media, other ways that you guys can just kind of up your game on various platforms and reach out to your customers better. We want to kind of enable you guys to reach out to people. And Robert followed up in the chat and said that he hadn't had a chance to see us before, so that's really exciting. I'm glad you could join us today, Robert. We will give you guys just another couple seconds to ask your questions, just in case anybody else has some follow-up. So you guys are welcome to really brand those as much as you want. If you have an agency or just you as an agent, have an agent name that you go by, that kind of deal, you're welcome to just use that. We don't have specific requirements for people selling our insurance that we require you guys to follow. That said, we do make our logo and other branding materials available to you. There is a URL on our website, which we'll include in the follow-up email with the recording of this webinar, because I don't want to misremember it off the top of my head. But that gives you a place where you can download a branding guide with our colors and a copy of our logo and that sort of thing if you do want to incorporate those in your emails. Now, we do ask when you download that you agree to, use those in good faith. Don't use those promoting, anything illegal or sending emails to people that haven't subscribed, that sort of thing. But as long as you're following best practices there, we're more than happy for you guys to use that logo on your outreach. I'll give you guys just another couple seconds in case anyone has additional questions today. I will go ahead and say thank you to everybody that joined us. We really appreciate having you guys on these calls, and we're glad that it's something we can offer you. I think that's the last of our questions today. So we will go ahead and wrap up our webinar. We will, in the next day or so, send out a follow-up email with a recording of this webinar and a couple of the links that we mentioned today. So thank you everyone that joined us today. I hope you have a great afternoon, and we will see you again next quarter.